Welcome to class 7 students. We are going to talk about the different internet services that we are provided with nowadays. Okay, so this is chapter number 4. Let's start the chapter. Once we are connected to the internet, we have access to a wide range of online services. Okay, so we need the internet to access all these services, online services that are very much beneficial to us, for us nowadays. Okay, so the first internet service that we are going to talk about is email. So email is a very important and one of the most common internet services that nowadays we use almost every day. Almost all of us use. Okay, so the full form of email is electronic mail. It continues to be one of the most popular internet services. With the help of this facility, how can we use this email? What can we do with this email? We can send and receive messages, data files, audio, video files, etc. to a person far away in a short span of time. So suppose I want to send a letter to a person. So if I just manually write that letter with a pen and paper and then go to a post office to post that letter, that will take a long time. Suppose I want to send the letter to someone in a different country, so it will take about a week or so to send that letter to person manually. But if we are writing that letter on email, electronic mail, with the help of internet, it will reach that person within a matter of seconds. Okay, so within a very short time, a person who might be sitting on the other part of the world, to that person also it will receive in a very short span of time. Okay, using email we can create, send, forward, print, delete email messages. Google's Gmail is the popular email program. One of the popular email program is the Gmail by Google. The company Google has made this electronic mail, Gmail, very popular. So everyone means it is obviously free of use, and almost majority of people, they use Gmail as their electronic mail or email. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Moving on to the second one is the mailing list. So this mailing list is also comes under the email. Okay, so what is this mailing list? Let's read. Mailing list is a group of people with similar interests. Their email addresses are collected in a group and the group is known by a single name. So this is basically like our WhatsApp groups. We use WhatsApp group, right? And we give the name to that WhatsApp group, and all the participants or all the people present in that group will have a shared interest, will have a common interest. Okay, whenever a person sends an email, everyone on the mailing list gets a copy of the email. So suppose just like the WhatsApp group, if any one person sends any message to that group, everyone will receive that message. So similarly in that mailing list also the same thing happens. Whenever a person sends any mail to the group, all the participants, all the people who are present in that group will get a copy of that email. Okay, we can subscribe to a mailing list of our interest and then send and receive mails to and from the group. So what we have to do is we have to subscribe, or we have to let the group know that we want means we are interested in all the mails that this group receives, so that we can subscribe to that group, and then what will happen, we can send and receive all the mails to and from the group. Okay, so this is all about mailing list. This is part of the email only. Okay, now let's move on to the third one. This is very, like, you all do this. This is chatting. So we can chat with a lot of different people with the help of internet, online chatting. Okay, so we can talk is given in within inverted commas. Why? Because this is not actually talking with the help of mouth and just not speech. This is basically talking, but using the help of internet. You're writing the words and then chatting. Okay, we can talk to people over the internet by writing text and reading it. This is called chatting. To participate in a chat, we enter a chat room, means we have to enter a particular platform where both the participants of that chat will be present and they can chat with the help of that platform. Okay, once the chat is initiated, the user types text and it appears on the monitor of the person who is typing, and after it is sent to the person, it all will also appear on the monitor of the person with whom the chat is going on. Okay, so when both two persons are in a chat, or the chat may be between a group of people also, so when they are in a chat, once the chat is initiated, they have to first go into a chat room which will be private for them, and once that chat room is initiated, a person who wants to start the chat will first write something, and then when the person sends it, it will then go to the other participant of the chat, and in this way they can converse among themselves. Okay, so this was all about chatting platforms like WhatsApp, Messenger, all these things are there, where people, these are common platforms or online platforms where people can chat, or means with the help of online or internet they can chat among themselves. Okay, the fourth internet service that we are going to talk about is online conferencing. Online conferencing. So what is this online conferencing? These days we can take online classes the way that we are doing right now. We are taking your online classes, so with the help of these platforms where everybody join, and then the teacher takes the class. Apart from taking online classes, what can we do? We have reunion with our classmates or friends, have official meetings also. So today, these days, not only schools are going online, not only schools and colleges, offices are also going online. People are doing work from home, and thus they are having the official meetings that they otherwise would have had in the office. With these official meetings are held via these online platforms only. Okay, while sitting in the comfort of our homes or office through online conferencing or video conferencing. Okay, a lot of travel time and money is saved when people do not travel all the way to faraway places to conduct meetings. So generally, normally in normal situation, what happens that people go to their offices, from office they go to other places to meet other people, to have such official meetings. So in this way, what happens, a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of money is wasted in traveling and all that. Okay, so in this present situation, what is happening, all those time, money and energy are saved because people are at in the comfort of their homes, and with the help of these video conferencing or online conferencing platforms, they can do exactly those works, but with the help of the internet. Okay, so there are several softwares like GoToMeeting, Adobe Connect, Microsoft Live Meeting, the names you will have to learn, that can be used to meet up with people far away. Just like the way we take your classes, right? You all, even me, we all are at the comfort of our homes, and we are taking classes regularly just by being online. Okay, the only thing that we need are the devices, microphones, and an internet connection. Okay, hardware requirements are microphone, speakers, and webcam is also needed. If computer does not have a webcam, we can use our phones nowadays to do the online classes, because our phones nowadays have a front camera, but if the phone did not have that, we wouldn't be able to do that as well. Okay, high speed internet connection is also needed. So these are the things that are the requirements that are needed for online conferencing. Okay, so these four, I hope you have understood. I will again continue with the next online service in the next video. Okay, thank you.